Good morning, students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to start with our new chapter, Chapter 3, Understanding Quadrilaterals. You can take page number 37 in your NCERT textbook. Okay, children? Today's class, we are going to discuss about the Chapter 3, Understanding Quadrilaterals. Okay? Before going to the concept of this chapter, you should know what are the basic things needed for this chapter. Okay, so what are the basic things needed means, first you should know what is the definition of quadrilateral. Okay, by using that definition we can find other definitions. Okay, what is the definitions of quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is actually a four-sided polygon. Okay, quadrilateral is nothing but it is a four-sided polygon. Okay, it will be having four sides and it is a polygon. Polygon means what? You should know, right? The definition of polygon is very much needed. So what I am just doing is I am going to find the definition of a polygon. Okay, actually polygon is nothing but a simple closed curve using line segments. Okay, what is the condition they have given? It is a simple closed curve. It is a simple closed curve using line segments. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to draw a polygon now. Okay, closed figure means what? It should be closed. There should not be any open in this figure. Okay, then simple means what? There should not be any intersection between the figures. Okay, so polygon definition is it is a simple closed curve using line segments. So it should be a simple curve. There should not be any intersection here and it should be a closed curve using line segments. So we have drawn this polygon using the line segments. This is a polygon. Likewise you can draw. This is one polygon. Is this a polygon? No. Why? Because it has intersection. They said only simple curve is allowed. Here the intersection takes place. So this is not a simple closed curve. Okay, so you should know the definition of the polygon. Then you should come with the quadrilateral. Okay. Then they said that polygon has one more definition. In another way also you can represent this polygon. Nothing but it is a simple curve drawn on a plane surface using line segments. The same thing, last what we have discussed, it is a simple closed curve, or you can write simple closed curve drawn on a plane surface. So they are saying that some plane surface they are saying. What is meant by that plane surface? That we should know, right? So now what I am doing is I am taking the plane surface definition. Children, listen 1 minute. Actually polygon means what? It is a simple closed curve drawn on a plane surface using line segments. Actually this is not a polygon. This is a closed curve and this is a simple closed curve, but it is not a polygon. Why? It is not made up of line segments. Okay, did you understand the difference between the polygon and a small ordinary simple curve? Yes, the simple closed curve drawn on a plane surface. Okay, now we are going to deal with the plane surface definition. What is meant by plane surface? It is nothing but It is a flat surface with no thickness. There won't be any thickness for this surface. Actually, I'll take this board is a plain surface. Why? Because I can draw a polygon in this board. This first layer of this board is considered as a flat surface, or you can say that surface as plain surface. Okay, you can see this. I'll take this. Let us consider this hand. Okay, this surface is this surface is your plain surface, but this is not a. This full thing is not plain. Only this first layer of the hand, which is flat, that is called as a plain surface. You can take a piece of paper. On the paper we'll write, right? In that is a plain surface. But the paper as a whole, we don't say it as plain surface. Okay, the region in which we are writing in the board, that is your plain surface. So this is your plain surface where you can draw it. Okay, so always in plain surface we will have only x and y axis. Why? In the plane surface we will have only x and y axis. Yes, because in this first layer of the board you can take it. This is y axis and this is x axis. You don't say it has 3 dimensions. It has only 2 dimensions. It has 1 dimension and 2 dimensions. So x axis and y axis only it will be having. It don't have a 3 dimensions. Flat surface or plane surface will be having only 2 dimensions. That you keep it in your mind. And you can say many examples. The top surface of the table. Yes, that is a plane surface where you can draw something. Okay, it will have only, but table as a whole is a 3 dimension. But the top portion, the top layer of the table is a flat surface or a plane surface. Understood, children? Next is your plane curve. Okay, what is meant by plane curve? The curve which is drawn on a plane surface is called as plane curve. Okay, so I'll give you an example. This square, this is one simple closed curve which is drawn on this plane surface. So this is a plane curve. And this is one simple open curve which is drawn on this plane surface. So this is a plane curve. And this is one closed, it is a closed curve that is drawn on the flat surface. So this is one plane curve. Okay, likewise you can differentiate many curves and you can draw many curves on this flat surface and you can say that it is a plane curve. Understood? We have learned the definition of a polygon, right? Yes, we have learned the definition of a polygon. Now I will draw few figures and you say me that whether this is a polygon or not. Okay? Whether this is a polygon? Yes, because this is a simple closed curve which is made up of line segments. So this is a polygon. Yes, you can put a tick. Is this a polygon? No, because it is not at all made up of line segments and it has a intersection and it is not a polygon. Is this a polygon? No, because it has an intersection. Is this a polygon? No, because only here we have used the line segments. Here it is a curve. Okay, so it is not a line segment. Is this a polygon? Yes, because everything is made up of line segments. So did you know the difference of a polygon and a not a polygon? So this is what the main idea in this chapter. Okay. The next definition is a diagonal. You have already learned this topic in your previous grade, but once again I am going to give you a explanation for this diagonal. Okay, diagonal means nothing but it is a line segment segments connecting the non-adjacent sides, okay, or you can say non-consecutive sides, no problem. In book they have given the definition as non-consecutive sides, non-consecutive vertices, but here I am just giving non-adjacent vertices. I will explain you why I am using this word, why they are using that word, okay. It is actually a line segments connecting the non-adjacent vertices. So now I will take a rectangle, okay. Adjacent means what? Adjacent vertices means what? Near vertices are adjacent. So this vertex and this vertex are adjacent to each other, but this one and this one are non-adjacent, is it? So line segment connecting non-adjacent vertices is called as diagonal. So this dotted line is one diagonal. Likewise, this one and this one are adjacent, but this vertex and this vertex are non-adjacent, okay. So that is what the dotted lines is called as diagonals. Likewise, I am going to take a pentagon. Pentagon means it is a 5-sided polygon, okay. Now this vertex and this vertex are adjacent, but this one and this one are non-adjacent. So we can join, no, using a line segment we can join these non-adjacent vertices, right? Likewise we can join these two, right? Likewise, so these dotted lines are called as diagonals. They have given the word non-consecutive. What is meant by consecutive? We have learnt in our previous chapter in word problems. Consecutive means next. If one after 1, 2, after 2, 3, 4, like this are consecutive numbers. So joining non-consecutive. Non-consecutive means what? Next, it is not next. This and this are consecutive, this and this are consecutive, but this number and this number, this vertex and this vertex are not consecutive. So line segment joining two non-consecutive vertex is called as diagonal. So understood this concept? Next is your interior and exterior, okay. What is meant by interior? Inside. Exterior, outside. So many of you will say, no, we have to do interior designing in my home. We have to do some interior work in my home, na? Some furniture work, some cupboard works. That is called as interior, inside your home. Exterior means outside. Okay, so wait, I'll take a closed figure. So in this, interior is this one. Okay, in this, interior is this region. Okay, for the same figure, exterior is this one. Okay, for the same figure, interior is this shaded part, exterior is that shaded part. So in interior, always they will have some limit. Okay, till this only this interior will hold, but exterior is nothing but other than this everything is your exterior. Okay, listen, when compared to the interior in home, only your home, inside these rooms, you are saying that it is interior. But once you stepped out of the home, everything, the whole world is your exterior. Understood? That is the only difference between interior and exterior. Okay, children? Next definition is your convex and concave polygon. Okay? Convex and concave polygon. So actually this word is new to you, I think so. Okay, no problem. Convex polygon, concave polygon. In convex polygon, I'll give you first. I'll draw the diagram and then explain you, so that it will be very easy for you to understand. Okay. So this is one of your polygon, right? This is another one polygon. But why I have drawn this in this column and that in that column means, first I'll give you a definition so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay. In convex polygon, no angle will be inside. Okay. No angle will come inside this figure. Okay. Everything will be like outside. Okay. So convex polygon, every angles will be like outside. But in concave polygon, one angle or two angles will be inside. It will be inside this thing, this figure. Okay. Then another one fact in this convex and concave polygon is all the interior angle. Interior angle means what? Inside angle. Every interior angles will be less than 180 degree. Less than 180 degrees. See here it will be like 60 something only. 180 degree means what? Straight angle. It will be less than this only. It will be less than this only. No, this are all interior angles. Okay. But here you listen. This is less than okay. This is less than okay. But this is more than 180. Okay. So what is the difference between convex and concave is? Every angles will be like, it will be like outside in convex. In concave it will be inside. Cave, you just cave means what? It is inside, so this will come inside. Okay. Next, less than 180 degree. All the interior angles will be less than 180 degree. All the interior angles may or may not be less than 180 degree, which means it will be more than 180 degree. Did you understand the concept between convex and concave polygon? And it is very important because it is new to you. Learn it properly and you can make notes in your book also. Okay children? Next definition is simple polygon, complex polygon. So simple polygon. Simple itself, the meaning simple itself, which means there should not be any intersection in the polygon. So listen, this is a simple polygon because there is no intersection in this polygon. But here, this is actually made up of line segments, but it is complex. Why? There is an intersection in this polygon. So did you understand what is the definition of a simple polygon and complex polygon? This is also made up of line segments, but the thing is there is no intersection here. There is no intersection here, but here it is also made up of line segments, but the thing is there is a intersection. So this is the definition of a simple polygon and a complex polygon. Understood? Next is your definition: regular polygon, irregular polygon. Okay, regular and irregular. Regular means what? We have already dealt with this concept in your previous classes, but again I will give you explanation. Regular polygon means all the line segments. Already polygon is made up of line segments. In that all the line segments will have a equal measure. Okay, regular polygon means what children? All the line segments will be made up of equal measure. Irregular polygon means it cannot be in all the equal measures. It cannot be equal. Okay. So first regular polygon, I will give you example. Best example is equilateral triangle. It is a polygon. Why? It is made up of line segments and it is a simple closed curve and all the three sides are equal. So it is a regular polygon. Okay. But here, isosceles triangle. It is also a polygon, but it is irregular. Why? Because these two sides are equal, but this is not equal. Okay. Likewise, square. All the four sides are equal, but here, rectangle. Only opposite sides are equal. Is it? So, it is a regular polygon and irregular polygon. All the sides will be equal, all the sides are not equal. So, that is the only difference between regular and irregular polygon. Understood? Next is your angle sum property. So what is an angle sum property? When you add all the angles of a triangle, it should be 180 degree. Yes, do you remember this? If I add angles of the triangle is 180 degree, which means sum of all angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So this is what the angle sum property. By using this angle sum property only, we are going to find the angles of the or total angle sum property of the quadrilateral. So we can discuss in the next class how to do this. Okay. So angle sum property is what? I am adding all the angles of this angle, this angle, this angle. I should get 180 degree. If it is 180 only, it is a triangle. Otherwise, it is not a triangle. Last year we have learned this. Is it or not? So just recall those small concepts. So it will be very easy for you for your references. Okay, children. Next, see, generally we'll say it as polygon, right? Generally we'll give the name as polygon. So but for sides, one names for the they have given for polygons. If there are 3 sides for a polygon, we'll say it as triangle. What? If there are 3 sides for a polygon, we'll say it as triangle. If it is 4 sides, we'll say it as quadrilateral. What? In this triangle itself, we have 3 types like isosceles, equilateral, isosceles, scale and triangle. In quadrilateral, we have many things like square, rectangle, trapezium, parallelogram, like that. We have many 4-sided figures. But the general name 4-sided figure, 4-sided polygon means it is a quadrilateral. 5-sided means pentagon. 6-sided means hexagon. 7-sided means it is heptagon. 8-sided means octagon or octagon. Next, 9-sided means nanogon. Then 10-sided means decagon. Likewise, 11-sided and all, if it comes, there is no specific name and all. What will they write now? 11gun. Okay, like that you can write. N-gun, like that. Any n values you can write. So 3, there is a triangle. 4, it is a quadrilateral. 5, it is a pentagon. 6, hexagon. 7, heptagon. 8, octagon. 9, nanogon. 10, decagon. 11 gun, 12 gun, like that. You can give one name. So in this itself there is different names. Quadrilateral we have different names. In pentagons also we will be having some different names. But the general idea based upon this polygon is this. Okay, children, understood?